Four towering faces carved into granite staring out over the Black Hills of South Dakota, icons of American history frozen in time. But what if I told you that these silent stone faces hold secrets and mysteries that most people have never heard of? Secrets that were meant to be hidden away, perhaps forever. Today we're peeling back the layers of Mount Rushmore to reveal its untold stories, hidden chambers, and the controversies that still surround it. Stick around because the story of Mount Rushmore is much more than what meets the eye. To understand the secrets of Mount Rushmore, we must travel back to a time before the giant faces, back to when this mountain was known simply as the Six Grandfathers by the Lakota Sioux, who considered it sacred ground. So how did a sacred mountain transform into one of the most iconic landmarks in America? The year was 1885. A New York lawyer named Charles E. Rushmore was exploring the area for mining interests. When he asked a local guide about the mountain's name, he was told it had none. From that moment, the mountain came to be known as Mount Rushmore, a name that would soon echo through history. Located in the heart of the Black Hills National Forest in South Dakota, Mount Rushmore would remain a simple mountain for a few more decades. But in the early 1920s, South Dakota historian Don Robinson had a bold idea. He envisioned a colossal sculpture that would draw tourists to the state. His original concept featured famous figures of the American West like Red Cloud, Lewis and Clark, and Buffalo Bill Cody. But fate would take this idea in a different direction. That's when Gutzon Borglum, a larger-than-life sculptor known for his work on the Confederate Memorial at Stone Mountain in Georgia, entered the scene. Borglum had a grander vision, one that would symbolize the birth, growth, preservation, and development of the United States. He proposed carving the faces of four presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. Each face, he believed, would represent a defining chapter in America's story. Work on Mount Rushmore began in 1927. Over 400 workers toiled for 14 years, using dynamite to remove over 450,000 tons of rock, followed by more precise work with jackhammers and chisels. The result was a monumental achievement, each face reaching 60 feet in height, with the entire carving perched at an elevation of 5,725 feet above sea level. But despite his vision, Borglum would not live to see its completion. He passed away in 1941, just months before the project was declared finished. His son, Lincoln Borglum, stepped in to oversee the final touches, though the original plan to depict the presidents from head to waist was never realized due to funding constraints. You've seen the faces, you know the history, but did you know Mount Rushmore holds secrets and mysteries that are still unfolding? Let's dive into 7 amazing and little-known facts about this monumental marvel. Fact 1. The Secret Hall of Records behind Lincoln's head. Behind the head of Abraham Lincoln, there lies a secret. A hidden chamber, known as the Hall of Records, was part of Borglum's grand design. He imagined it as a vault of American history, storing documents and artifacts for future generations. Although the grandiose hall was never fully completed, a small room was carved into the mountain. In 1998, a titanium vault was placed inside, containing porcelain panels that tell the story of the United States and Mount Rushmore. It's like a time capsule, hidden away, intended for the eyes of future civilizations. However, this secret chamber is not open to the public, adding a layer of mystery to the already iconic monument. Fact 2. An unfinished monument. Borglum's vision for Mount Rushmore was far more ambitious than what we see today. He had planned for the presidents to be sculpted down to their waists, with even more detail, including historical inscriptions around them. Unfortunately, due to budget constraints and Borglum's untimely death, these grand plans were never realized. So in reality, Mount Rushmore is an unfinished masterpiece, frozen in a moment of artistic ambition. Fact 3. The faces could have been different. Imagine looking up at Mount Rushmore and seeing the faces of legendary Western heroes instead of presidents. Don Robinson's initial idea didn't include US presidents at all. He envisioned the likes of Red Cloud, Lewis and Clark, and Buffalo Bill Cody, celebrating the spirit of the Wild West. It was Borglum who pivoted to presidents, believing that a national focus would give the monument a broader significance, connecting it to the entirety of American history. Fact 4. Sunlight and orientation. The faces of Mount Rushmore are perfectly oriented to the southeast. This wasn't just by chance. Borglum chose this orientation to ensure the faces would be illuminated by the rising sun, capturing them in natural light from dawn till dusk. It symbolizes a new day for America, with the sunlight representing the enduring principles of democracy and freedom. Fact 5. The slow march of erosion. Mount Rushmore is a testament to the durability of granite, but even this mighty stone is not immune to the slow but relentless forces of nature. Erosion works at a rate of about 1 inch every 10,000 years. While this might sound like a geological eternity, it means that over thousands of years, the faces could gradually lose their sharpness and detail. Preservation teams regularly monitor the monument, sealing cracks and ensuring that these iconic visages endure as long as possible. Fact 6. The financial struggles behind the carving. The creation of Mount Rushmore wasn't just a feat of engineering and artistry, it was a financial challenge. With an estimated cost of nearly $1 million, the project relied on funds from the federal government, private donations, and even Borglum's own pocket. Fundraising was a constant struggle, and there were moments when the entire project was on the brink of collapse. Even today, discussions about the true cost of Mount Rushmore, especially considering the cultural and historical value of the land, continue to spark debate. Fact 7. A monument of controversy. While Mount Rushmore stands as a symbol of American pride, it also serves as a symbol of conflict and controversy. The Black Hills, where the monument is located, were sacred to the Lakota Sioux. The U.S. government had guaranteed these lands to the Sioux in the Treaty of Fort Laramie in 1868, but the discovery of gold led to the land being seized. For many Native Americans, Mount Rushmore represents a history of broken promises and cultural erasure. The monument's existence on sacred ground is a reminder of the complex and often painful history of America's expansion. Despite its controversies, Mount Rushmore remains a powerful symbol of American ideals. The 4 presidents represent the foundation of democracy, the expansion of the nation, the conservation of its beauty, and the struggle to maintain unity. It stands as a testament to what has been achieved and a challenge to what still needs to be done. In the modern era, Mount Rushmore continues to be a site of celebration and reflection, drawing millions of visitors each year. But it's also a place of ongoing dialogue. As society evolves, so do the conversations around the meaning and significance of this monument. Discussions about land rights, cultural heritage, and historical justice are part of the complex legacy that Mount Rushmore represents. It serves as a reminder that history is not just what we celebrate, but also what we must understand and learn from. So, what are your thoughts on Mount Rushmore? Is it a magnificent tribute to American history, or a complex symbol with a contentious past? The story of Mount Rushmore is as multifaceted as the stone it's carved from, filled with triumphs, mysteries, and ongoing debates. We'd love to hear your opinions, so drop a comment below. If this video intrigued you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating landmarks. Thanks for watching, and join us next time as we uncover more hidden stories.